Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Monday the 13th of November, we've got some new mods and we've got some map updates today. We're less than 24 hours away from Premium Expansion and Premium Edition being released. Don't forget, if you have the Year 2 Season Pass, you will get the Premium Expansion for free. You will get that anyway. If you want to buy the Season Passes, you can. The Year 2 Season Pass, if you buy that, will get you the expansion plus the Year 2 Season Pass DLCs. But you can just buy the Premium Expansion as a DLC on its own. I've had a lot of people messaging me asking, do I need to buy Season Passes? If you want to get all the other DLCs as part of the Season Pass, you can. The Platinum Expansion came with the Year 1 Season Pass, but all of those DLCs can be purchased separately if you wanted to. It costs more money if you do them separately, but if you only want the Premium Expansion, which comes out tomorrow on November the 14th, you can just buy that on its own. Up until release, I think it's €18.99. There's a little bit of a discount on that, or you can buy the Season Passes, however you want to go about it. So that should be coming out all platforms tomorrow. As far as updates then, the map Talbau by Yogi, that says a new save game is required. The map Eureka Farms by TNT Modding, that doesn't say, it's only a couple of little minor things on that one. Then the map Gumpen Mega Field and Forest map by Beamer says it needs a new save game. So those are the three updates for today. I'm going to start with this. This is the double Bale spike by LazyModding. 0.74 megabytes download, one slot on console. You'll find it under front loaded tools. It's pretty straightforward. It's a double Bale spike. We've got some colour options on this. As I said, you will find it under front loaded tools. Right out there on the end. 550. Slot counts 1 anyway. Main colour does the back frame, design colour does your spikes, and then whether you've got it attached to a front loader, attach it on a tractor or a front loader vehicle, there's nothing else, doesn't need to be activated. It doesn't have, I don't think it's got straps. Doesn't hurt to check, but no, it hasn't. So that's the double Bale spike by LazyModding. Next we have these two. This is the Transmitter Tower Pack by Farm Mods TV, 1.99 megabytes download, 2 slots each for the first one, 20,000 each. You'll find these under build mode, and these are under generators, so productions and generators. These will earn you 4,800 per calendar month, so depending on how many days you've got your month set on, but 4,800 per calendar month is what you can earn from them. So under build mode, productions, out to generators, and we're back this way. There we go, just there. Slot counts will come down from 2 each to 1. There's no colour options, 20 grand each. And then you earn you a bit of money if you want to place them on your maps. Transmitter Tower Pack by Farm Mods TV. I like the fact they look like dirty, like stuff's been flying into them. I don't think they're supposed to be a marbling texture. I think they're supposed to be, they look a bit slightly dirtied if you look at that. Yeah, rust spots and stuff like that. Anyway, next we've got this. This is the Metal Hall with Silo by ikas. This is 11 slots, 4.07 megabytes download, 60,000 to buy. Colour option is available. Now when it says silo, it's got a concrete silo inside of it. It's not a silage clamp, but it's a concrete silo that you can put crops and things in if you want to, or you can just place vehicles in here. You don't have to put crops in. We do have lighting just there, and a side door too. It's a pretty big building actually for 60 grand. Under build mode, under sheds, just there. When you place, as I said, we'll rotate that around. Look top left, change colour. Like so. That's the Metal Hall with Silo by ikas. Next we've got these. This is the Solar Panel Pack by Oito. This is 1.63 megabytes download. There are 2 slots each for the individual panels, 6 slots for this panel array. What's cool about this panel array, because it sits so high up on its framework, this can be placed over things around the farm. So if you've got smaller buildings or you want to park vehicles under it, so it's not taking up ground space that you could utilise for other things. You can place this around and on top of other things if you wanted to. I mean, you could plant crops under this if you wanted to, whilst generating electricity, which is cool, generating power, yeah. This one will earn you 20,208 per calendar month. The smaller ones individually will be 1,080 per calendar month, and I'll show you those in just a second, because we've had a pack like this before, where you've got different angles. And I'll jump into this mode. So you've got different angles, so you can place these individual ones onto different shed roofs depending on the angle of the shed roof. And I went for this one because you've got two different angles, so I've got two different solar panels. So you can modernise old barns and buildings whilst generating income if you want to, or put them on houses or garages or whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. So under build mode and productions as well, and also generators. So here's all the individuals. The individual panels are 5,000 each, and we start off with, let's go that way, we start off with a 0 degree, which will sit flat. We've then got a 5 degree panel, and I'll show you on the roof what you need to do, because it says overlaps with. Top left, if you toggle off or on or off your free mode, so toggle that off, and that can go like that, and that will put it up on the roof. But as you can see, the 5 degree is too shallow an angle, so I go to the 10 degree, try that. 10 degree works pretty much spot on for that one. On these ones here, I think if I recall correctly, this was a 20, was it? Yeah, 20 degree panel for that angle. But again, if I come out and go back to the 15, the 15's too shallow an angle, that's not going to work. And then I think the higher one might have been a 35, was it? If I turn that a little bit, no, it might have even been, there we go. Press triangle again, and then you can place them all across your roofs, wherever you want. So as I said, the smaller individual panels, they're 1,080 per calendar month. We come off there and go across right to the very end. You've then got the elevated solar panel like that, 20,208 per calendar month. That's 335 grand to buy though. It's a little bit more expensive, but it does earn you a fair bit of money as you move forward. Like, as I said, you could have these placed over, you know, an entire bed of whatever you wanted to place, or over a building. Like I say, this shed's quite small, so you could place it. I know I've got that shed around the other way, so you can see the angle of the roof, but over the top of sheds and buildings and stuff like that, which I think is pretty cool. That's the solar panel pack by Oito. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard GN32 discs by Gian FS, or Gian FS. 6.4 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, 2.8 meters wide. Now this is an interesting one, and you might have grabbed this and thought, hang on a minute, it's not working. Don't worry, I shall show you. As I said, this you will find under disc arrows, just out there, 6 grand. That's all it will cost. Slot count will come down from 4 to 1. 80 horsepower required. You've got design 1, which is serrated discs and round discs on the back. Serrated, round, or back to original. You've got disc cleaners you can put on there as well if you want to clean the discs front and rear to get all the mud and stuff off if you want to add those on. Then main colour, anything on that pallet does the chassis framework of that. Now, when you back up to it, and you hook up for transportation, you can 3-point link it onto your tractor. Now, whilst it only requires 80 horsepower, it is heavy, so you are going to require front weights on whatever tractor you've got it on. I tried to put it on one of the little Rigitracs, the small electric Rigitrac, and it just tipped right up, so you are going to need front weights. So it will hook up like that for transport. If you look top left, it says lower disc arrow. If I do that, it opens it out, but it doesn't lower it. So then you think, well, hang on a minute, how is that supposed to work? That's the only option I've got. So if I lift the disc arrow and then I disconnect it, if I drive forward like that and now back up again, you'll get the connect option much earlier, like about, where are we? There. So if I press attach now, it does that. If I lower, and does it turn it on, it does that. That's how you want it for when you're disking. So the other operation is for transportation. For this, that's how you get it onto the ground. Now if I lower disc arrow, it opens it out. Once it's opened out, it will do its disking. Now a lot of disc arrows are shallow cultivators, as you can see. This is not a shallow cultivator. If I lift it a second, just do that, and we'll go over to a patch of ground that will bring up stones. So yeah, those are your two operating positions you need, and one for transport and one for actual disking. So lower it again. Well, that's interesting, because I thought that was going to bring stones up. That's alright, it's not bringing stones up, that's good. .8 metres wide of disking goodness. And then when you're done, we can lift it, turn it off, which does that, disconnect from there, we're back up much closer, we can connect again onto our 3-point, and off we go. Jobbity jobbed. Very nice indeed. The Lizard GN32 discs by Gian FS. Next, we've got this, as the thumbnail said, future technologies. It's electric. Now we have got the base model of this in-game, the standard in-game one from Giants. This is the Rigitrac SKE50 electric by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. 6.94 megawatts download, 11 slots on console. As you can see, we've got a few additional options to the standard in-game version, including some tyre choices, front fender removal, yes or no, colour choices, including seat, top of cab, body, the chassis can be changed as well. Just giving you a few more options for customisation of your Rigitrac. This you'll find under vehicles, small tractors. The standard one, 49,500. I've already got one of those. Slot count's only about 10 or 11 anyway, I think. And then right at the end there, slot count of 11 comes down to 1, also 49,500. This one does have the option for, we've got 68 horsepower or 85 horsepower to start off with. We've got Wheelbrand Mitas, which just has that option. Trelleborg, which has that option. Twins, or back to that. Nokian just has that option. Michelin, twins and back. Friedrichstein, twins and back. Back to Mitas. Flashlights, so you've got flashing lights on the top of the cab and down the front bonnet. Yes or no. Window tinting, standard or completely blacked out. You've got beacon lights, we've got designs 1 through 9. And then back again. I think I went for 9, the clear flashing beacon. Front fender, yes or no, as I said. Then we've got seat colour inside. Let's go for something that stands out. Let's go for bright red. There you go, seat colour inside. The buddy seat doesn't change, just the main driver's seat. Roof colour. Cabin colour. Let's go for something else. There we go. Then you've got hood colour. Chassis colour. A little bit interesting, isn't it? And then grid colour changes the grids as well. Let's put that on something. Let's go for yellow. Actually, probably go for blue. There you go. It makes it stand out a little bit better. So you can say change the grids. And then rim colour. Anything on this palette as well. There's a whole load to choose from, as you can imagine. Then license plate option on there too. Hop in, start it up. So L1 and right stick side to side does the near door. R1 and right stick side to side does the far door, or left and right doors. L1, R1 and right stick up and down does the rear window. As you can see, we've already got that open and closed, like so. Horn, flashing beacon on top if you've gone for the flashers, the flashing lights. Oh, lights as well, I guess. There we go. Nice illuminations. Interior, obviously depending on what colour you've gone for, or depending on how bright the interior of your cab may be. So that's the Rigitrac SKE50 electric by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau, which brings me on to last of the mods for today, and it's this. This one's got me a little bit puzzled. I've been checking because I'm not sure if I've made a mistake somewhere. But anyway, this is the John Deere Zero Turn Z235 by SleutjesModding. 15.51 megabytes download. The actual mower itself is 6 slots with a 2.4 metre deck. You've then got a mower separately, which is 1 slot. Then you've got under forage wagons, you've got the box on the back there, which is 3 slots. Now what's curious, if we go to vehicles and we go to mowers, that's where you'll find it. So there we go. 5 grand, that's all. Slot count comes down from 6 to 2. Standard configuration, 20 kilo front weights. If you want front weights on there, you can, because you've got a rear option as well in a second. So you've got wheel brands, standard Lizard, or Michelin gives you the airless tyres. So these are airless turf tyres, and that's, again, that's what I was saying. This is the future. This is future technology. It has like torsion bars in it. There's I can't remember whose video I watched about this, about lots of modern designs and how they're looking at ways for springs and things that can be 3D printed, which give you the same compression or elasticity of springs without having to have coils and metal and stuff like that. And this is the way to do it. Also, it's not pneumatic. No punctures, no tyre repairs, no downtime for punctures or anything like that. They never puncture. They're absolutely fantastic. They reduce compaction as well. So those are your 2 options. I like that a lot. And then you've got the option for a rear hitch, yes or no, so you can put a little trailer behind, whatever you want to tow behind, it's entirely up to you. So, we come out of there. So as you can see, that's got the mower deck on it. If we then come down to... probably under mowers then, wasn't it? Yeah. So I wrote down miscellaneous. There we go. So you've got the deck edge 42. So you can buy that independently of the mower, which is odd because you can't buy the mower without the deck. So I'm not sure why you would need a separate one. Because you already get one anyway. Not sure with that. That's what's a little bit baffling. And then we come to forage wagons. Just in there, that's where you'll find the bag that comes with it. We've got options on this one of a standard capacity at 350 litres or dummy capacity at 4,500. Those are our choices. Now, if we jump on the mower, if I go to the bag, that's how you'll get your mower, like that. Now we can, if I switch to that, I can detach the mower, so I can take the mower deck off. And I guess there's the possibility, and that is the Mower Ed42. It's the same mower deck. I suppose if you put that somewhere and lost it, you might need to buy another one maybe, but I'm slightly puzzled as to why. But anyway, there's going to be some really glaringly obvious reason, I guess. Put it underneath like that, hop on, attach it. Now we've got some options here as well for the mower deck itself. So without turning it on, if we go to toggle work mode, we've got chop the grass, cut the grass, or bag. So here's the curious thing. If I've got it on bag, if I turn the mower on, drop it down, and I go along, you don't get anything coming up on the ground at all. So I guess that's supposed to be going to the bag, which is fine. I haven't got the bag attached at the moment. That's fine. Turn it off and lift it. You have to have it lifted to be able to change the work mode. If I now go to chop the grass, turn it on, drop it down, we get exactly the same effect. Nothing gets left behind on the ground. So I thought the difference between them might be you'd get the grass left on one and not the other. Turn it off, lift it up, and then we go to the last one then, cut the grass, turn it on, drop it down, and the same thing. In none of the work modes, oh hang on, there we go, now it's doing it. It wasn't doing it before, so in that mode, cut the grass, you can see the grass is being left behind. So we are getting grass left behind on cut the grass. That's weird, because when I did it over there, nothing happened. Right, so you can run it just like that, which you can then come and pick up if you want to. Let's raise that up. I'm glad I tested it again. That's what I was confused by. So if we hook up to this, and now we switch mode again, go back to the mower deck, toggle work mode to bag. Should be that. If we turn this on, and then we turn on our forage wagon, which is the turn on loading wagon. So that should now, as we go along, that will pick up what's already on the ground, as you can see. It should do. I went too far on my work modes. If we go from chop the grass, cut the grass, and then bag, you notice the pipe gets put on there. There we go. I was on the wrong one. Turn it on, drop the deck down, that should now go in, there we go. So now our bag, box, is filling up, and depending on what capacity you've gone for, because this will go to 350 litres really quickly. So it might be you want to go for the unreal capacity fairly fast, and then when it's full, or when you're happy to unload it, wherever you want to unload it, we turn it off, lift it up, and we switch over to the back, unload here. That's a lot of grass. For seemingly a small amount, that's... There we go. And then we're good to go again. So it's just a case of making sure you're on the right work mode. One work mode will cut it, one work mode will cut it and put it out to the side. If you've got the bag on the back, and as long as you're on your forage wagon and you've got turn on lifting wagon, it will pick it off the floor. It does say lift loading wagon. I've been pressing that circle and it doesn't seem to be making any difference to the loading wagon. Now that might be because I've got the trailer hitch on the back there, but I can't see that moving any position from there. Let's go back to that, drop that down, and we'll switch. Let's go back to chop the grass, cut the grass, there we go. Well, that's interesting because I've got that on cut the grass, not bag, but it is still, because it's a loading wagon, the loading wagon is still picking the grass up. So even though the pipe's not attached, because I've got the loading wagon turned on, it is still collecting the grass. So it will work in either mode. It was just chop the grass, it wouldn't. As long as I've got that on, yeah, it's an interesting one. I was hoping there was going to be a bit more flex in that tyre, a little bit of deformation, considering the design of it. But I mean, it's a minor thing. Let's be honest, it's a minor thing. There we go. The John Deere Zero Turn Z235 by SleutjesModding, and that's it for the mods for today, Monday the 13th of November. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.